¿Cómo se llama?
Usted, que diga el nombre.
Francella.
Francella.
¿Cuántos años tiene? Diga.
5.
Nosotros no sabíamos.
We didn't know she wouldn't have arms until she was born. Only after she was born did we see she didn't have arms. I worked at Pindeco for 4 years. Her father worked in the warehouse handling agrochemicals, and I worked in the packaging facility. I made 600 colones an hour, which is about $1.20. When Francella was born, we both worked at Pindeco. My work at Pindeco was putting pineapples into boxes. We used gloves, but where the gloves didn't cover, the skin was exposed. My partner had blood tests done, and they said he was okay. But I didn't have any blood tests done. People who work in the hospital say the blood tests Pindeco does are very simple. They think with those exams you could never tell if someone had or had not chemicals in the blood. After I worked 2 years, Francella was born. I worked at Pindeco the whole 9 months of my pregnancy and left 2 weeks before the baby was born. When I was 6 months pregnant, the company offered to do an ultrasound, and they said Francella was fine. We don't know why they didn't say she didn't have arms. We don't know if they saw and didn't tell us, or if they themselves didn't see. I left work for Pindeco because I had to take care of Francella. She had lots of health problems. She had allergies. She was also rebellious with the people who cared for her. She wouldn't eat or drink, so I left Pindeco when she was 1 year and 9 months. It was strange. If you miss work for 1 day, they'll send you a letter. If you miss work for 2 days, they might even fire you. And I sometimes didn't show up for work 3 to 4 days a week, and nothing happened. I would ask permission for days off, and I always got it. Then my coworkers started getting angry, saying, "What is this? Nothing happens to her when she doesn't show up for work."
Pindeco, nada. Él
Dice que no hay nada.
o sea, nada. Ellos.
No, Pindeco was not interested in talking to us. The doctors told us if we wanted to know if there was a connection between the malformations and the agrochemicals, we would have had to do tests during my pregnancy. During my pregnancy, I had an ultrasound done with the doctors who worked for Pindeco. They didn't tell me anything. They said after she was born, there was no way of telling if there was a connection to Pindeco chemicals. After she was born, I took 1.5 months off of work, then went back to work. When Francella was 2 years old, I quit and didn't go back to Pindeco.
Mami, estrípame esta cosa. Está muy resbaloso. Mami. ¿Ah? Nada. Un paño, una botella de agua. Uy, un barrete instalado en el pie.
Columna es para acá. Es como hacia acá.
Her spine is curved this way, so she'll have to go to see a doctor. She has been in observation for that, and it has to be corrected. It affects her posture.
Ese es el detalle como por posición.
When we go to physical therapy, we have to take a cab because she cannot be exposed to the sun. She has sun allergies, and her skin gets irritated if we walk. The air might be contaminated, the water might be contaminated, and the people who work at Pindeco are even more exposed.